why are you doubting yourself? If it's within your control, one can work on that. But if it's not in your control, then, you have to learn to let go of what you can't control, But for the most part, it's a self-doubt.
Yeah.
It's the confidence. It's not, somebody doesn't have the confidence to just say, I'm going to try this. And even if you fail, that's okay, because there's always lessons from failure.
Yeah.
And it's actually not failure.
Yeah.
It's, in fact, instead of calling it failure, I would say it's lessons.
Hi, I am Wambui, a corporate girl who also has multiple passions. When I'm not at my 9 to 5, I spend time focusing on growing my small side business that I love. I created From Stack to Unstoppable podcast to give you simple, actionable strategies to help you get unstuck from limiting beliefs and find your purpose. If you're a professional, a 9 to 5er, or an aspiring entrepreneur and are looking to get out of your comfort zone, use your God-given talents and passion, you, my friend, are in the right place. Let's get started.
Hi there, welcome back to another episode of From Stack to Unstoppable podcast. This is the podcast that helps you break through fear, own your brilliance, and rise into the boldest version of you. Now, today's podcast, I am joined by the incredible Alison Ng'ethe. Alison is the founder of Body by Alison Caroline and the Alison Caroline Institute. She's a woman who walks the talk when it comes to moving through fear. So we talk about the power of doing what lights you up and the discipline of writing things down. That helps you create clarity. She also talks about when the vision gets bigger, you need to push through the boundaries. So if you've been feeling stuck, if you've been unclear, this conversation is your permission slip to get back in motion. Hi, Alison. It's so nice that you could be here with me.
Thank you for the invite, Wambui. Thank you.
You're welcome. So when people ask you, tell me a little bit about yourself, what do you tell them?
Oh, where do I start? Well, I am 54 years young.
Okay.
And I am living my passion now.
You're 54
And
years
that
young.
is, I am 54 years young. Yes, I like the word young.
I love
But
that.
I also like getting older.
Okay.
I celebrate it and I'm happy about it.
Very good. You know, you say that last night. It's interesting that you just said how you celebrate your life, because last night I was watching a podcast between Melinda Gates and Oprah, and Melinda Gates is turning 60, and they were discussing having this conversation on age, and they were just saying, I don't know why women sometimes wouldn't want to talk about their age because it's such a celebration.
It is a big celebration.
Yeah.
And I feel sad for people that either deny their age or say they're younger than they really are. I mean, it's nothing to be embarrassed about.
Yeah.
We look back and you just celebrate what you've achieved.
Right.
And we're alive, and we've got to make the best of it. Life is very short. And I know we keep saying that, but truly it's short.
It is. And yeah, it's a celebration and just living that life of gratitude. Well, I am 59 years old and I am celebrating my life. So,
Wow. Really?
yes, I am, friend. Yes, I am.
Oh my goodness, look amazing. But that's just a reflection of your soul and your spirit.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you. So you inspire me a lot, and we're going to dive into your work, Body by Alison Caroline, right? Yeah,
Right,
that's such a power. You've built such a powerhouse business. Tell me a little bit about that, and maybe before even we could get into that, who was Alison before the big brand?
Alison has not changed much.
Okay.
Alison Caroline is my middle name.
Okay.
And how I started the brand Alison Caroline is because when I came back to Kenya home, this is home for me, and I worked for about 6 years. And when I left, I decided I would open a school because I've always been in the leisure industry, whether it's beauty, spa, fitness, etc. That was my chosen career. And I realized that there was a lack of professional education to the international standard in Kenya at that time. So that's what prompted me to open a school. And I did so under my name, Alison Caroline Institute. However, anybody that I mentor from now on, I always say, do never, never, never name a business after yourself, because you have an attachment to it, because it's your name.
Yes.
So if I was to do it all over again, I would probably not have my name anywhere there, because now it becomes that attachment to it. So if ever one wants to sell it, if ever one, so then you're selling your name,
Right.
But
Right.
anyway, that's not the question you asked me.
Oh,
So that's
it's a
how
good thing.
Alison Caroline.
It's a good thing. Yeah, they'll keep talking. Okay.
Yeah, so that's I started that, and the school is 22 years now. 6 years ago, I decided to open like a tiny fitness studio. So my passion is spin. I love spin. Anyone that comes to me and says, "Oh, I can't spin because of injuries," I'm like, "No, then you've not been doing it properly." Again, it's all training.
Yeah.
So that was my passion. I want to get people moving, keep people moving. Some people I meet, the minute they turn 50, it's like they feel they have to change.
Yeah.
They even dress differently. Their hair is different. It's like they just kind of settle into, okay, well, I'm 50 now, and life is kind of over. No, it is just beginning a new season.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I see it.
Yeah. So
Uh-huh.
so that's the name behind the brand.
Beautiful. So you said, you mentioned you were away from Kenya, which is home. Where were you away? Where were you before you returned home?
I finished my education in the UK.
Okay.
And then my first proper job, like when I say proper job in terms of living by myself and having to take care of myself financially, I moved to Bermuda for 3 years
Okay.
and gained a lot of my spa experience there with a lot of
Okay.
exposure.
Yeah.
And then I came back to Kenya now when I was 26, 27,
Yeah.
and settled back.
That's awesome. So, wow. So UK, Bermuda, and then back home. How has it been back home?
On how many
Mhm.
okay, on the whole, amazing,
Yes.
because each season has had its moments. Business-wise, it can be really good. Then sometimes it can, go on a downtrend. I mean, that's normal, though.
Right.
I think, I don't want to get into too much politically, but I think always that affects everybody,
Right.
and it affects businesses, et cetera, et cetera. But generally, Kenya is amazing, and when are you coming home? That should be my question.
You know that talking to you, I feel like packing my bags now. I'm serious. And I've been watching you and I'm like, wow, she is taking her spin machines into Samburu. This is the life I want to live.
Yes, yes. And
Yeah.
let me tell you, this last weekend we were at the coast, and how it is that I kind of think of something and I want to push what people say you can't do,
Yes.
or that's impossible, or that's too hard. I don't like to hear that. I want to try and push that and make it happen. And we did. And there was a moment I took when I was on the spin bike and it was sunrise and the sun was rising. And I looked behind and I saw this vast ocean and the white sandy beach. And it was just amazing,
Ah,
truly.
oh, that image, I can see it. I mean, because I was in Kenya in December and we went to
Yeah,
Diani. And so when you mentioned the sunrise, I remember
yeah.
that sunrise. We would walk on the beach. Now you're just, painting that image again back to me. It feels so good. It just,
And we take a lot of that for granted. So sometimes you need to pause and just reflect and just see what beauty we have. And it fills your soul.
it does feel your soul. You appear to be very grounded, Alison. Where does that come from? I mean, you're this, again, you have this power house in the, rather company, and here you're just so grounded. It's so easy to talk to you. Where does that come from?
Oh, well, thank you. I would have to say my dad, my late dad.
Mm,
He was an extremely humble man.
yeah.
He was very generous,
Mm,
and he used to talk to us a lot,
yeah.
and yeah, I never grew up with proud parents, parents that are, or arrogance. They
Yeah.
were just very, both of them, my mom and my dad, just very grounded people.
Hmm.
So thankfully, then hopefully I picked that from them.
Oh, I have picked it, and that's why I approached you. And you were so generous. I remember when I texted you and I'd said I'd like for you to be in my podcast, and you said, "Yeah, I like to help people." And I'm like, "Whoa, like that's so generous." So, and your mom is your mom still living?
Yes, yes, yes. She's very much still here.
Awesome. So that must make it even better for you to even just be back home, being with your
Yeah,
mom and doing
sure.
what you love, right?
For sure, 100%.
Yeah.
And my inspiration actually probably came from her. Some people ask me, why did you get into fitness? What is it? Who brought you into fitness? But I'd have to say, I remember attending aerobics classes with my mom at
Yes.
probably the age of 14 or 15
Okay.
before I got into the terrible teenage years,
Yeah.
when
Okay.
I would do as I was told,
Yeah.
and attending these Jane Fonda aerobics classes with her, So she's always been in the fitness side as well.
Okay.
But later she trained then to be a Pilates instructor, and she still practices today at almost 88.
What? Your mom is
Yes.
88 and she practices Pilates?
Yes, she still has her clients 3 times a week. Mm.
Does she do it at your gym or does she have her own space?
She has her own little space, yes.
Oh, we're gonna connect her because I will when I come to visit, I want to go to your mom's Pilates class.
Yes,
Okay.
nice. We'd
Very,
love
very
that.
good. So we did talk about you pushing boundaries.
Hmm.
So was there a time when you felt stoppable? Because this podcast is called From Stack to Unstoppable. Is there a time you ever felt in your life that you were stoppable? And what was that like?
When you say if I ever felt that I was stoppable,
Yeah, have you
meaning,
ever had limiting beliefs of, oh my God, I can't do that? Because we did talk about, and you said you like to push boundaries, but were there times before that things, some limiting beliefs held you back?
yes, I mean, if I think back, opening the college
Mm,
I came across a lot of stumbling blocks. And at some point, I was like, is it even worth it?
right.
Because, you know, a lot of people in our education system don't rate beauty or leisure or gym or anything to do with that on a
Mm,
very serious scale,
yeah,
So even to get the proper licenses or licensing, particularly for an education facility,
right.
because I just wish that, as Kenyans, we would step away from, if you're not a lawyer or a doctor or an accountant or whatever, then you're really a nobody. So
Yeah,
we need to step away from that and realize that some of these other careers
yeah.
are just as amazing. At the
Awesome.
end of the day, it's about being able to provide for your family.
Yes.
And, yes, so at times when the standard of college I wanted,
Mm,
because nobody quite understood what it was I was trying to deliver,
yeah,
it was frustrating. And so there were times I would just be like, I'm trying to help everybody. I'm trying to help the people, because we have so many university graduates, and they don't have jobs.
right.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
if you have a skill that with your hands or with your knowledge,
Hmm.
like in the beauty industry or the gym industry or the spa industry, you will never go hungry because you're always able to do something. You can work for yourself at
Right.
any time. So that was my agenda. That's what I wanted to push.
Mm,
Um, so yes, but then anyway, I overcame those.
okay.
Um, in terms of unstoppable, no, because when I believe in something,
Yeah.
I will convince you that it's the right thing to do.
Awesome. That's so good that you have that drive and even the mindset to overcome, any limiting beliefs. So, what are some things that maybe a word of advice you would give to women who they want to do something but they hold themselves back? They know they are meant for more, but they are holding themselves back.
So I would ask them to write a list of what is scaring them. Like, why do they feel that they can't achieve what it is they want to achieve?
Mm,
So once you put pen to paper, it's like you're talking to yourself,
yeah.
but then you're seeing it on paper. And I guess a lot of that then would come from self-doubt. So again, I would beg the question, why are you doubting yourself? If it's within your control,
Yeah.
one can work on that. But if it's not in your control, then you have to learn to let go of what you can't control. But for the
Yes.
most part, it's a self-doubt.
Yeah.
It's the confidence. It's not somebody doesn't have the confidence to just say, I'm going to try this. And even if you fail, that's okay because there's always lessons from failure.
Yeah.
And it's actually not failure.
Yeah.
In fact, instead of calling it failure, I would say it's lessons.
Lessons. Yeah. It's a learning
Lessons.
moment. Yeah.
It's a learning moment.
Yes.
And not everything can be perfect all the time. But you've got to try because if you don't try, then you'll always wonder, what if?
Yes. What if I did it? What could I have become? Or yeah,
Yes,
the what if.
yeah,
And I think
yeah.
that would be the regrets, of not doing something even worse than the regret of doing it and having that moment where you're feeling, and we're gonna call it that learning moment. So yeah, just go out there and get good, do it. Good, do what it is that you feel like lights you up, and also even look maybe for mentors, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Mhm.
Definitely. And again, to go with the list, it's also to be organized. So it's okay for me to let me take you back to the time I did the spin in the Nairobi National Park.
Yeah.
Now that was a moment where I just thought, we had just come back from Samburu and Shaba, and I was so excited, and I was on this big high of, oh my gosh, we can take this everywhere.
Yeah.
You forget then how tired you are and how dramatic the logistics were, because you now just want to just put it everywhere.
Mhm.
And I remember approaching the topic of Nairobi National Park. But now to get people to understand that we're not on movable bicycles, of course, going around the Nairobi National Park because of the animals. So having to show that it's a stationary bike and that
Yes.
we would pay for the, wardens and so on and so on.
Yes. Yes.
So it's also having a plan. So yes, you can come up with your amazing plan, but then follow it through, right? And I write everything down. Like,
Okay.
what is it I want to achieve from this?
Right.
So that I can go back later and reevaluate myself. And did I achieve all the different things I wanted or I set out to do?
Mm,
And
that's
once you believe in that idea, once you see it in black and white on paper,
mhm.
then that also gives you the confidence because you've thought it through properly.
Yeah. There's something to be said about that. Writing word in paper, just,
Mm.
and again, I think it gives you clarity. And like you
And
said,
and reaffirms.
and reaffirm. And once the word is in paper, it's actually been sort of like, okay, now I see it, I'm gonna do it. These are the plan. This is the plan. Let me follow through. I like that. That advice. Now, yeah, that was such a how you want to talk a little bit more about how did it go with the spin class in Nairobi National Park? That was
Again, I think I have been very lucky. My 3 events have come off perfectly, but I would have to give a lot of credit to the Sarova Hotels as well, because that's who I partner with.
okay.
Um, so their team is amazing. If I was doing it all by myself and finding a separate caterer or finding a separate logistics person, that
Mhm.
would probably be a nightmare. But the fact that we've partnered together
Yeah.
with the shared vision of promoting Kenya actually to
Yeah.
Kenyans, promoting Kenya to Kenyans, but
Yeah.
also to travelers, international travelers and regional travelers. Because why not? Why not do something that you've never done before?
Why not do something that you've never done before? And I love what you said, promoting Kenyans to Kenyans, because I think that we have for a long time not promoted Kenya to Kenyans.
Yes.
And as I have been gone, whenever I come home, I feel like, oh my goodness, what a beautiful place this is. And it's like
Mhm.
I rediscover my home. So it's important, even because we take it for granted when we are there,
Yeah.
back in Kenya. So that's a good thing that you have that focus of promoting Kenyans to Kenyans and then to the world.
Yeah. And why I'm so passionate about wellness is because we've just said, when you had told me a little bit about your breathwork coaching and so on.
Yes.
We don't pause
No.
anymore.
Mm-mm.
We're rushing around. We're trying to do a million things at the same time. And I think that's how life it dictates itself now,
Mm-hmm.
But wellness has to be part of that.
Right.
You've got to take that time out for mental health, for physical health.
Yeah.
So why not create? So my job now is to come in and create it as a fun thing to do instead of another chore to do.
Oh, a fun thing to do instead of another chore to do, because wellness is, as long as we're going to be living, it's going to be a lifestyle if we're
Yes.
invested in it, right? So I don't want to wake up and feel, oh my God, I have to go to the gym. So, to make it fun and for people to look for it. And you are making it fun for people, my friend. It's very unique what you're doing. I am loving this. When is the next event for you?
The next event will be in October,
Okay.
and that again I'll take it back to Shaba in Samburu.
Mhm.
That was beautiful. The scenery there is fantastic. Have you been?
I have been to Samburu, yes. I've been to Samburu National Park. And then in January, when I was in Kenya with my family, we went to Amboseli. So yeah,
Okay.
I have a
Yeah.
vivid image of how Samburu looks like. Now that's a long ways from Nairobi. You're going to transport all the equipment to Samburu?
Again, yes, right too. But
How many
hopefully
trucks
this
do you
time,
use? How much?
one big one.
Oh, just one big, oh, maybe like an 18-wheeler to carry all the equipment and all that?
Yes, I mean the only what can I say? The only cumbersome thing to carry are the spin bikes
Right.
because of how they're positioned
Mhm.
and the weight of them.
Yeah.
But once we have all the spin bikes, then the rest is, barbells and kettlebells and free weights, and that doesn't take a lot of space. It's the spin bikes that take a lot of space.
Yeah. And you must have an excellent team that helps you do this.
Absolutely, and that's why I give 100% credit to Sarova because
Mhm.
I couldn't do it to the level of standard that I do it
Yeah.
without them.
Well,
I
shout
mean, I
out to
feel I don't have.
Sarah.
Yes, big shout out to Sarova. Food and beverage. When a client comes along, they've paid whatever they've paid, right?
Right. Yeah.
What are they likely to remember most
The
when
experience,
they're
the customer
the
service.
experience?
Yeah.
Customer service,
Hmm.
food,
Food.
food,
Yes,
beverage,
sure. Hmm.
isn't it?
Yes.
Then, of course, all the exercise things, but that's what I do.
Yeah.
So if you're now worried about the service of somewhere or how the food is going to be, I mean, that's stress.
Of
That's
course.
a lot of stress.
Yeah.
So the fact that that's taken away from me
Hmm.
enables me then now to fully focus on now the retreat activities.
Yeah. Focus on what you do best, on what
Yeah.
only you can do.
And my team. I have a good team as well.
And your team. Let's
Yeah.
talk a little bit about your school, your college. So you're providing, obviously, the skill sets to young people. Well, I guess with people of all ages, I would imagine, right?
Yes.
European. So I like that you are doing that because, like we said, obviously there's not a whole lot of employment in Kenya, and not that employment is the solution to everything. So I
Hmm.
think I understand now in Kenya we have, the biggest population is the youth. So
Yes.
you're providing skill sets to the youth, and obviously just helping them create that journey to their own self entrepreneurship or even self-employment. That is good. So is it how long is the course of, how does it work? Tell us.
Yeah, so the longest course it would be a year,
Okay.
but generally it would be up to 6 months because they're diploma. It's not degree level.
Right.
It's diploma level. And so we have a particular syllabus that we stick to. We're accredited to the International Therapy Examination Council, which is in London.
Okay.
They have their Africa office is in South Africa.
Mm.
And yeah, so we follow their syllabus.
Yeah. Very good.
And then there's our exams, and then they have to sit the international exams. A lot of my students have gone out of the country successfully. A lot of them are on the cruise ships, but like the real cruise ships, not the what I hear sometimes, how people can be fleeced and whatever. It's terrible. It just, anyway, all that makes me very upset. So, but a lot of our students have found themselves on the cruise ships and so on. The idea, though, for me, and what I would tell them if they were ever to listen to this, is that absolutely go out there and get the exposure, all the exposure you can, but no need or no point in staying out there. The idea is to bring it back to Kenya so that we elevate the standards all the time. If everybody just runs away, then we're just left, so we need to kind of come back and try and raise the standards. But anyway, I know that's easier said than done.
And
Yeah.
it's a good advice, because sometimes we think that the grass is greener elsewhere. But I think, like you're saying, go get the skill set, the experience, bring it back home, and let's, promote our country.
Yes, and elevate the standards, the existing standards.
Tujenge nchi. Let's build a country. You're doing such an amazing job. So so this podcast again, it's called From Stack to Unstoppable, and you've really helped a lot of my listeners, because a lot of my listeners are women who are holding themselves back. They want to do something. They maybe want to start a business. They know they are meant for more, but hold themselves back. But you've given us some tools and strategies on how to overcome some of this self-doubt. And then just learning about you, about your business, and your passion for Kenya, your passion especially for fitness and wellness and beauty. Amazing.
Yeah, thank you. You know, one thing I would say is to your listeners that if they do want to start a business, I would advise, and maybe I'm too old-fashioned, but I would advise only starting a business when you know everything about that business.
Okay.
So I'll give
business when you know everything about that business. Why?
Yeah, so because then, first of all, you have the confidence to know what you're doing.
Okay.
You can sell your own product because you're educated in it. You're confident in it. Somebody said to me the other day, with the school I offer, so the whole beauty and the fitness, why have I never offered hair as part of the college?
Right.
And a lot of people ask for that, but I will never go into a business that I know nothing about.
Got it. I see your point.
So start something that you are passionate about, literally, not just because you think it's going to make you money.
Yeah.
Because the passion will translate itself and it'll be evident and it will show.
Yes, and it will show that. Then the first thing really is to be passionate about, and like you said, it will translate when people see your passion. Like I see your passion, really just looking at Instagram. I'm like, this girl is having so much fun, and she's inviting everybody into it. So yeah,
I like everyone to have fun.
I know. So it shows, and it's going to translate even eventually to the money, that you're looking for. Wow, beautiful. Is there anything else you'd like my listeners to know before we end this conversation? And I don't want to end it, but I know you have. It's a little bit late over there.
No, and it's early. And I should have said good morning. I forgot the time difference.
Yeah, I know. 8 hours. Yes.
Yes. No. Why would I tell your listeners? Just be you. Confidence comes with age. I think maybe you can.
Oh yeah.
Also, yeah. I mean, it's true, isn't it?
I agree.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah.
Don't be scared of getting older. Like, it's a beautiful thing because you have the more knowledge and and with knowledge comes more power, and you just settle into yourself, and then you begin to accept who you really are. You're not trying to be somebody else. You're not looking back and saying, oh, I should have whatever, or should have, could have, would have. So it's about just being present and being grateful for where we are at now. And if we want to make a change, to sit down, put pen to paper, and really write that list of the whys and the why nots, and what makes one feel that they can't, what's the obstacles in their opinion, and then go back and reflect and see if they can remove those obstacles themselves. Because it might actually, their biggest obstacle might be themselves.
The biggest obstacle most of the time is us, we are the biggest obstacles. And if we can learn how to just, I'm not going to repeat because you said it so well, just do those things, I think we would be unstoppable.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Alison, what's the next thing for Alison and your business? What is the next thing?
So the most exciting thing, which is this year, is that I've actually managed to sell part of my business.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Very
cool.
good.
So the school is the beauty, spa, and fitness. So I decided that I would probably sell the beauty and the spa side.
Okay.
But I would retain the fitness side because, of course, that goes hand in hand with what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis.
Yes.
So that has happened, and actually, the handover will be mid of this month.
Oh my goodness! Congratulations! That is a big, big step.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Very good. So whoever is getting the business is getting it all set up by Alison, and lucky them.
Exactly. And other than that, I want to take some time off. I need a break.
Okay.
And then I look forward to setting up the retreat in October.
The retreat in October. Please let me know when you have that retreat, because I would like to even just promote it on my social media and even for my own awareness.
Thank you. I had somebody fly in from Canada for this last.
It's amazing. People are flying from all over the world to come to your retreat. That is amazing.
Well, one person.
One person, that's big. That's huge.
And 2 people flew in from Zimbabwe.
Okay.
So I mean, that's what I want. I just want to share this joy and this passion, and so I would appreciate that.
Yeah, it's good. I can see the joy. It's oozing off, and that's just shows the impact. If people are flying from different parts of the world, I mean, it just shows the impact that you're making, and I really appreciate you. You've made an impact on me. You may not know, but we are the silent watchers, and we are watching, and it's amazing. I am so honored that you could be in my podcast. I really appreciate it. Now, where can people find you?
Where can they find me? I am very easily found. I'm either in the office in the gym, or in the gym, or at the college, but mostly
Yeah. And are there contacts you want to share? We can share, your business contacts for those who want to enroll in the college, for those who want to come for the fitness and wellness, for those who want to go to your mom's Pilates. We're all in support.
That's very sweet of you. Thank you.
Yeah. Do you have any social media handles you want to share with us?
Yes. So our social media handles are, the college is Alison Caroline Institute.
Okay.
And the gym is Body by Alison Caroline. So those are the 2 main.
And where is the gym located? The physical gym?
This, where I'm sitting now, it's in Lavington. So at the top of James Gishuru.
Oh, nice. Good to know.
On Manyani East Road, 102.
Okay. Very good. Very good to know. So, well, listeners, if you are in Nairobi, please check out Alison. She has an amazing gym. Focuses on wealth, healthness, and beauty. And you can see she's very well grounded. So please check out her work. Thank you so much, Alison. And I look forward to talking to you soon.
Yes, no, definitely. And thank you so much for your time and inviting me to be a guest.
What a powerful conversation. Alison reminded us to write things down, and that is when clarity comes. Just get it out of your head and into paper. And when you're doing what you're truly passionate about, that's when you start pushing boundaries and showing up fully. So, this is your nudge to get out of your comfort zone and push those boundaries. Write down things, get some clarity, do what you're passionate about, keep rising. Now, if you know anyone who might benefit from this conversation, please share this podcast with them. And until next time, take care.